Well, hi everyone. Well, things didn't start off as good as I hoped in the bird room. This pair up here, she laid 4 eggs and then just decided she didn't want to sit, so eggs were laid, never sat on the nest at all. Caught her a couple of times late on in the evening, but showed no interest whatsoever, so I took them out, separated them for a while. She's now laid 4 eggs and seems to be sitting hard. The pair down here, she had 4 fertile eggs, only, I don't know if you can see, 2 hatched. The other 2 were dead in the shell, and she let one of the young die, so it's just left me with the one young in there. So, but one is better than nothing. Down here, the hen I had in here wasn't showing any interest at all, so I got this small variegated hen off a friend, and they ate it off straight away, and within a few days she actually didn't make a nest. No matter how much nesting material I put in there, she just threw out and just laid her eggs straight on the felt. But every hen's different, you know, that's their choice, and she's sitting on 4 eggs. We've still got the 3 spare cockbirds and 1 supposedly a hen, which is the lighter coloured one down there on the left. Can't work out what sort of bird that is at all. She don't seem interested in any of the cockbirds, but she's not singing, so the jury's out on that one, I'm afraid. I was hoping it was going to be a hen, but I think it still is, but obviously it's not in, she's not in breeding condition. Right, eventually the red-eyed hen here laid 4 eggs, and this week, so they've only just started sitting this week, so she's sitting on 4 eggs. Whether which is going to be the proud parent, whether the goldfinch or the one-eyed cockbird with the cyst on his head, but he seems to be sitting really close to her, so I'm presuming it's probably him. But the goldfinch, he sits with her as well, so that's a strange pairing, really. Right, the one here, she actually had 2 eggs. One of the eggs didn't hatch, but she's sitting on 1 young who's probably about a week old now, so there's a nice one young bird in there. I'm hoping that I'll get another round out of these, so we'll let her bring this one up and then we'll see how we go. And then the last pair up here, she laid 3 eggs. I think it was 3 or 4, all dead in the shell, even though she sat really well. So I've removed all them obviously and separated them for about a week, put them back together. She rebuilt and she's now laid 4 eggs, which she's sitting tight on. All these are sitting on eggs at the minute, all finished laying in the last day or so, so hopefully, and I say hopefully, they'll all hatch around the same time, so if any needs to swap any of the young around, it will be an easy job. I can let you see, look, there, look, just the one. The actual young I found on the floor. She'd obviously flew out the nest and hooked it out, and I thought it was dead. It was lying right near the front of the cage, so I took it out and put some warm air out, breathed on it, kept it in my hands for 5 or 10 minutes, put it back in, and success. That often happens. I think what it is, when they fly out the nest quick, they catch their claws underneath and hook the young out, so you've got to be aware and keep a lookout. Pity I'm working all the while, so I sometimes miss the young that have been flicked out the nest and they're dead when I get home. which is sad, but there you go. I think what's happened here is as well, we've had such a change in the weather conditions in the UK. I mean, last week we were bathing in temperatures for 2 or 3 days of nearly 30 degrees, and today and the last few days and all this week it's been 6 degrees. Frost at night. Some parts of the country have been having snow, so the poor old birds like us don't know where they are. He's actually feeding, look, see. So everything is looking good now. Hopefully some of these eggs are sitting on, and they're all fertile, and we're going to get some decent young, but we need the weather conditions to pick up. I've actually got the heater on in here at the minute. I've put the heater on. It's, you know, I've been in there cleaning out and changing the water and all that, and it's been freezing. So, you know, if I'm cold, obviously the birds don't feel it as much as me, but it still knocks them back when they're breeding. So hopefully some of you guys are having some better luck. You can see, look, cocks feeding the hens on the nest, which is lovely to see. I love that. Anyway, so hopefully everybody else is having a better season than me. I know some of the guys I follow on YouTube seem to have started off pretty much the same way. They've had infertile eggs, dead in the shell, and all manner of things. So I don't think I'm the only one that's having these problems. You know, it's beautiful to watch. I love it. I love breeding season, but hopefully we get a good season this year. There you go. Anyway, it's enough from me. Everyone have a good one. Talk to you soon. Bye for now.